Hello, my name is Oleh, and today I am presenting a smart search and diagnosis assistant system for physicians, created by Mariia Nazarkevych, me, and Mykhailo Luchkevych. Let's speak a bit about actuality. Current world population is about 8 billion people. World population will reach 10 billion people by 2058. Current life expectancy in the United States is almost 77 years. By 2050, this figure will reach almost 84 years. And of course, healthcare is one of the main drivers of such longevity. Speaking about healthcare, it's worth to mention that correct diagnosis is essential prerequisite to effective treatment. Timely set diagnosis is essential to cure faster, cheaper, and with less complications. Statistics and data gathered are essential for manufacturers and other healthcare vendors. They need to timely produce and deliver required amount of cures. They need to understand their patient flow. They need to be aware about current health situation so they can operate most effectively. It's a problem. Making a correct diagnosis is a complex effort. Usually symptoms are common and they repeat between various diseases. Certain symptoms may be not obvious. Other symptoms may be forgotten by the patient. It's very important that the diagnosis assistant will take into account multiple factors, not only symptoms, but gender, age, other, and propose the most accurate diagnosis. So, the solution. A smart search and diagnosis assistant system that will provide suggestions and ranking based on symptoms and other input. It should take into account various factors like patient profile, for instance age or gender, patient medical history, statistics of diseases in a given location, and other factors. Let's speak a bit about goals and non-goals of the system. First, about goals. The system must support multiple vocabularies like ICD-10, ICD-11, MoMLeT, and others. It must support localization and internationalization. For instance, here in Ukraine, we are using MKH-10 and MKH-11. These are nothing else but ICD-10 and ICD-11 translations to Ukrainian. МКХ stands for Міжнародна кваліфікація хвороб. Of course, the system must provide search suggestions and ranking based on various factors like age, gender, symptoms, etc. The system must comply with industry standards such as HIPAA, HITECH, HL7, and other. The system must be cloud native, yet it should allow installation and operation on premises, depending on hospital requirements. Of course, the system has to support 24/7 operations without any downtime. The system must support horizontal scalability, because we are designing the system to be suitable both for small clinics and huge hospital networks. And of course, the system must support statistics collection. It's not very obvious why, but data analysis is essential for large clinics and large medical companies to prepare for certain diseases. And a few words about non-goals. It must be very clearly stated that the system is diagnosis assistant. and it's not designed or intended to replace physician. A qualified expert is required to validate suggested diagnosis provided by the system. A very high-level implementation or component diagram looks in the following way. We have a physician that sends an HTTP request to the gateway, which is hosted in AWS Cloud, for instance, can be replaced with any other cloud. Then gateway directs request to API layer, which is actually responsible for combining the database and search engine. In search engine, we have basically all required diagnoses, symptoms, and their relations, ranks, etc. And in the database, we have preferences, statistics that can be taken into account, frequency of diseases, other stuff. So basically, we combine both like database data and search engine data in order to build a search engine query that is later provided to physician. Speaking about data flow, physician enters some symptoms, description, other information. It is directed to API layer, then to database. From database we get information like favorites. Maybe the doctor has some preferred diseases, some reasons, the most recent diseases that physician used, some common items, for instance, diseases that are diagnosed in a specific region or clinic most often. And then we are doing ranking search. Ranking is based on favorites, reset commons, and other input like symptoms. Then search results are provided. And a few words about data collection flow. Physician is marking certain search suggestion. He can mark it as a regular selection or he can mark it as favorite. It's being sent to API layer and is being stored in database with corresponding flags. Quite simple yet effective. So this was a brief description of our smart search and diagnosis assistance system for physician. Thank you for your time. Hopefully it was interesting. Goodbye.